So Kevin Plank, he's like one of the founders of Under Armour. How did you two cross paths and he reach out to you and tap you to be CEO? Like, how did that all come about?
Yeah, so I went to high school with Kevin Plank, and so I knew him from back then. And then we have another investor as well, Bill McDermott, and I actually went to middle school with him. And so I'd been talking to Kevin,
It's all about who you know.
it is a little, life is a little bit about who you know, I'm not going to lie. And this industry isn't too different in some ways too, and we'd been talking a little bit back and forth, but maybe come work at Under Armour. And I said, I don't know, but if you ever had something like that was really interesting and really unique and something different, I would be open to hearing what that was. And Kevin and Bill had been talking about a distillery. This is 2010. They've been talking about doing a distillery for a little while, maybe 2011. And I thought they would never do that. They have real jobs. And then one day I got a phone call early February, like late February, early in the morning, and it was a 410 number, and I'm like, I only know one guy, 410, that's Baltimore, but he wouldn't be calling me. And sure enough, it's him, and he's like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this distillery thing. And I was like, well, that's great. Congrats. You should go do that. That's going to be awesome. He's like, no.
Hey, why are you calling me?
Yeah. He's like, no. When I say we're doing it, like you're doing it. And he's like, so why don't you sell your businesses and move back east and help us get this thing off the ground? And at that point I said, well, I should probably learn a little bit more about really this business before I fully commit, but I'm certainly interested.
Yeah, what did you even know about distilling business?
Nothing at all. And so I was like, yeah, well, why don't I fly back? This is the end of February, as I said, and I had a friend getting married St. Patrick's Day. So I was like, I'll be back, March 15th. And he's like, no, I'll see you Friday. And so I was like, all right, I'll see you Friday. And I should have learned this guy likes to move pretty fast. And flew back, and I had no idea, even growing up in Maryland, that we had that kind of history of distilling here. And they kind of shared for me this vision of the history that we had here and the fact that this brand, this identity of Maryland-style rye could live on for decades without actually anybody in Maryland actually doing it. There's some brands outside of Maryland, obviously Heaven Hill, Pikesville Rye, and Leopold Brothers, and a few others, which was great. And it just spoke volumes about how well respected it was that these other brands were doing it, but no one in Maryland was doing it. And we just saw that as a really unique opportunity, a really unique space. And so I just thought it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I couldn't resist and absolutely went back. And I was like, now I got to sell it to the wife and kids. And luckily they were very supportive. And, I sold my business to the first guy, one of the first people I ever hired, and he's still running strong with it, which is really cool.
What business was it, by the way?
It's called Four Season Guides, based in Flagstaff, Arizona. So if you want to go see the bottom of the Grand Canyon or the top of Half Dome or anything, give them a call. And then, we moved back, and it was, it's been an amazing experience, taking concept from, we don't have a product. So what's that product going to be, to we didn't have a bottle, to we didn't have a distillery. We didn't have anything, go to market strategy or anything along those lines.
Yep.
But first thing you do is just surround yourself with really smart people.